The film begins with the Shu state losing badly in a fierce battle against the powerful Wu kingdom. The two kingdoms are fighting over a piece of land, and despite the Shu army's brave efforts, they suffer heavy losses. Feeling guilty and compassionate, the Shu leader, General Guan Yu, makes a big decision. He lets his tired soldiers go home. But, surprisingly, the soldiers develop a strong loyalty to their leader. Inspired by their devotion, they decide to stay with Guan Yu and help him finish the war. As night falls, Guan Yu and his soldiers launch a bold attack on the strong Wu army. Leading the defense is General Pan Zhang, a tough opponent. Seeing Guan Yu's charge, Pan Zhang quickly fires fireballs at the Shu troops, causing chaos and destruction. Horses fall, and brave soldiers are thrown off. In this critical moment, Guan Yu makes a key decision. Some of his soldiers get off their horses and form a shield to protect their comrades. Despite the danger, the Shu army successfully blocks the fireballs, ruining Pan Zhang's plans. Furious, the Wu general calls for more troops, eager to destroy Guan Yu and his brave warriors. During the intense battle, Pan Zhang orders his assistant Liu Bei to launch another attack. This time, the entire Wu army comes together to crush the Shu soldiers. Despite their brave resistance, the outnumbered Shu soldiers are overpowered. Sadly, Pan Zhang's forces win the battle, leaving only a few Shu soldiers alive, while Wu emerges as the winner of the war. In a tragic twist, Guan Yu and his eldest son, Guan Ping, are surrounded by thousands of Wu soldiers. Pan Zhang tries to convince Guan Yu to give up his famous Green Dragon Crescent sword. But Guan Yu refuses. Angry at Guan Yu's defiance, Pan Zhang decides to shoot 10,000 arrows at Guan Yu and his son, hoping to end their lives and erase their heroic legacy. The war leaves the Shu army with only two survivors, Guan Yu's second son, Guan Xing, and his uncle Zhou. Filled with anger and sorrow, Guan Xing blames Pan Zhang for not only taking his father's legacy but also causing his family's downfall. Remembering the happy times with his father, Guan Xing vows to destroy Pan Zhang. Driven by determination, Guan Xing asked Liu Bei, the leader of Shu, for permission to attack Pan Zhang. However, the advisors were worried about Guan Xing's safety because the army wasn't strong enough yet. Listening to their advice, Liu Bei told Guan Xing to wait for the right time. But the passionate young man refused and decided to take action on his own. One night, Guan Xing made a bold plan to sneak into enemy territory in Wu country to kill Pan Zhang. But his journey was stopped by his uncle, Zhou. The two fought fiercely, and in the end, Zhou won. During this moment, Zhou taught Guan Xing an important lesson, showing him that his fighting skills were not yet good enough. If he truly wanted revenge, he needed to train hard. Taking his uncle's advice, Guan Xing began intense training. Despite focusing on his training, Guan Xing's emotions were still strong. When he got drunk, he would cause trouble and gather villagers around him. Secretly, he had another motive. He was creating a detailed map and seeking help from someone who knew the plans of Yiling Water Village well. This area could be the key battleground for his first strike to avenge his father and brother. Meanwhile, Pan Zhang was practicing hard with Guan Yu's legendary sickle sword. His training was interrupted when his assistant, Liu Bei, brought alarming news. Shu was gathering forces and preparing to attack. Pan Zhang remained calm and confident, showing no fear of the upcoming threat. A few days later, Guan Xing tried to meet with Liu Bei to share his plans, but guards stopped him. At the same time, Liu Bei and Zhou were discussing their strategies. They decided to strengthen their army by recruiting more soldiers. One of the potential recruits was Fanling, a strong woman who had lost her parents to Pan Zhang's troops. Seeing Guan Xing being held by the guards, Fanling approached him with determination. In a secret exchange, Guan Xing handed her an important paper meant for Liu Bei and Zhou. Fanling quickly delivered the paper to Liu Bei, revealing Guan Xing's detailed map of Yiling Water Village. Impressed by Guan Xing's determination and strategic thinking, Liu Bei finally gave him permission to join the upcoming war, recognizing the young warrior's resolve and skill. To prepare for the upcoming battle, Liu Bei sent a special team led by Guan Xing, Zhou, Fanling, and Zhang Bao. Their mission was kept secret as they set out to infiltrate Wu's dangerous waters. Their goal was to capture the surveillance ship guarded by Wu soldiers. The team moved quickly and quietly, taking down the guards on the ship without being noticed. They captured one guard and questioned him for important information. The guard revealed the location of the gate to Yiling Water Village and agreed to open the entrance. Disguised as couriers delivering supplies for Pan Zhang, Guan Xing and his team entered the village. However, they were stopped by Lu Meng. Surprisingly, Pan Zhang, showing his deceitful nature, killed the ship guard and let Guan Xing and his team continue. Realizing the danger, they quickly found a hiding place and made a plan. Zhou Tsang opened a hidden box, revealing weapons, and they assigned roles to each member. However, they didn't know that Pan Zhang was already aware of their presence. Spies in the Shu army had betrayed them, telling Pan Zhang about Guan Xing's plan. Confident with this information, Pan Zhang believed he could defeat the Shu forces again. During their mission, Guan Xing and Fanling discovered a secret tunnel that could serve as a hidden entrance. But they had to wait until nightfall to use it. While waiting, Guan Xing and his team took time to rest. During this break, Guan Xing noticed a scar on Fanling's back, a reminder of a sword wound she got as a child. He gently reassured her that they would win the upcoming battle. As night fell, Guan Xing and his team started their operation. They silently took out the guards one by one, removing any obstacles in their way. Together, the four warriors entered the tunnel that Guan Xing had identified. They didn't realize that this tunnel led to a hidden cave where dangerous weapons were being made, weapons that could cause massive destruction. Inside the dark cave, Guan Xing and his brave team attacked the strong warrior Pan Zhang. Their combined efforts sparked a fierce determination within them. Fanling skillfully activated a trap, giving Liu Bei's troops a chance to enter Yiling Water Village. As the battle drew near, something unexpected happened. Guan Xing locked his three companions safely inside the cave, deciding to face Pan Zhang alone to protect them from harm. Disguised as a frontline soldier, Guan Xing moved forward, determined to confront his enemy. But Lu Meng, suspicious of Guan Xing, began to doubt his intentions. The deception was uncovered, and a fierce fight broke out, leading to a desperate clash of swords. In a heartbreaking twist, Guan Xing realized that he had walked into a trap. It became clear that Pan Zhang had been waiting for him all along. Instead of killing him, General Pan Zhang cruelly ordered his men to imprison Guan Xing, locking him in a cold and lonely cell. In his dark cell, Guan Xing wakes up to find himself trapped like a caged animal. Hope appears when another prisoner, a simple villager with important knowledge about the water village, approaches him. Guan Xing quickly thinks of a way to escape. He decides to lie to the villager, pretending he has important information about the Shu army to share. Meanwhile, Zhou Tsang and the others manage to escape the dangerous cave. They urgently search for their captured friend, Guan Xing. During the chaos, Zhou Tsang bravely fights Pan Zhang's soldiers using only torch sticks, battling fiercely. After some time, Zhou Tsang and his comrades finally find Guan Xing and join forces again. Together, they continue their fight against their enemies. After the battle, Guan Xing reveals a terrible truth. Pan Zhang has discovered their plans, putting the Shu army in great danger. But before Guan Xing can warn their troops, Pan Zhang suddenly appears. In a selfless act, Zhou Tsang decides to face Pan Zhang alone, telling Guan Xing to warn their soldiers. Sadly, Zhou Tsang is overwhelmed and dies from multiple spear wounds. In the cave, Guan Xing, Fanling, and Zhang Bao struggle through the difficult terrain, desperately looking for a way out. Zhang Bao helps Fanling by carefully removing an arrow from her wounded body. Soon after, Guan Xing finds a possible solution, a plan to blast through the cave wall to create a direct path to the water village. With renewed hope, they prepare for the upcoming battle. Finally, the war begins with explosive force. Pan Zhang leads his troops, launching fireballs that set Liu Bei's ships on fire. But something unexpected happens. The Shu forces stay silent and don't fight back. Unknown to Pan Zhang, Guan Xing had changed their plan earlier. He suggested that all the troops leave the ships and enter the cave, ready for a surprise attack. This unexpected move shocks Pan Zhang, who realizes he has fallen into a well-planned trap. In a desperate attempt to fix the situation, he sends Lu Meng and many soldiers into the tunnel to stop the enemy. In the heat of the battle, Guan Xing and Lu Meng clash, their troops fighting for control. Guan Xing's clever trap causes heavy losses for Pan Zhang's soldiers. With strong determination, Guan Xing breaks through the last defense where Pan Zhang is hiding. Pan Zhang, refusing to lose, tries to lead Guan Xing into thick bushes, hoping to use the tough terrain to his advantage. But Guan Xing's quick movements and reflexes are too strong, and he dodges Pan Zhang's attacks. The duel becomes more intense, especially as Pan Zhang uses the legendary sickle sword that once belonged to Guan Xing's father. However, Guan Xing, driven by an unbreakable spirit, gets up every time he is knocked down. With relentless determination, he finally overpowers Pan Zhang and uses his father's sword to deliver the final blow. Holding the historic weapon, Guan Xing emerges victorious. As the sun rises, the Shu state has taken control of the water village. Not a single one of Pan Zhang's soldiers survives, leaving a lasting mark on history. So the moral of the story is, when seeking revenge, always pack a map, a backup plan, and maybe a snack. You never know when you'll end up in a cave or locked in a cell.